Sharma from AlishPhones.com, and today we have with us the Asus Zenfone 5. So the Asus Zenfone 5 is part of the trio that Asus has launched in the Zenfone lineup, which are the Zenfone 4, Zenfone 5 and the Zenfone 6. So the name mostly comes from the size of the screen. So the Zenfone 4 is a 4-inch device, whereas the Zenfone 5 is a 5-inch device, and so on. Though the Asus Zenfone series is already available in certain markets around the world, for India to be released next week. So the people over at Asus have been kind enough to provide us with the Zenfone 5 before launch in India, and today I'm going to quickly unbox the phone and give my first impressions about this device. I'm going to follow up with an in-depth review soon, so stay tuned for that. So taking a look at the box first, we see that it's a quite neat box. On the front side we have the Zenfone 5 branding with the product image. On the left hand side we have some symbols denoting the specifications of the device, and on the right hand side we have this branding for the Zenfone 5 along with a logo for Intel inside, which is primarily because Asus has chosen to go with an Intel processor on this phone. So let's now open up the box and see what's inside. So first off, we get the Zenfone 5. Let's take it out. It's wrapped in a plastic case. I'm going to keep the box aside for a while. Reading on the specifications as mentioned on this plastic cover, the first one is that this device has an 8 megapixel pixel master camera which can take 400% brighter photos and videos, and crispy clear day shots and vivid night shots. It also has a Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protected screen, and there is a brand new Zen UI on this phone. So that's all that's mentioned as the prime features on the plastic cover here. I'm going to quickly take out the device from this cover. And I would say that this phone is really beautiful. You can have a look at the back. We have the 8 megapixel with the LED flash and the Asus branding. On the bottom side we have the speaker grill. We have the Intel Inside logo again, and also the Zenfone logo. On the front side we have the Asus branding again, along with the earpiece and the 2 megapixel front camera. We have touch capacitive buttons here. If you see the bottom or the front side of the device, you can see that the finish on it is actually a finish that we usually see on the Asus ZenBook and other laptops, and it's an absolute pleasure just to get my finger on it like this. So design wise, I would say that I love this part, and also the same design element has been forwarded to the buttons over here, so you can get the same feel that you get over here on these buttons as well. On the right hand side we have the bar key along with the volume rocker, whereas on the bottom we have the micro USB port along with the primary microphone. On the left hand side we just have this little portion which you have to use to take off the back, whereas on the top we have the 3.5mm jack along with this secondary microphone. So I'm going to pop open the removable back first. So you can see that it's sturdy fixed onto the back, this cover, and you can also change this for a flip case, which works somewhat like the LG G2's flip case. It has a circle in between where you can access notifications, but you get details about the pricing and its availability when the phone is announced next week. So looking at the back side, we see that the phone can actually house 2 dual SIMs in it. So the SIMs that are going to be put in it are going to be micro SIMs, and we have an micro SD card slot which can expand the storage up to 64 gigabytes, and we also have this non-user removable battery here which has a capacity of 2110 mAh. So first impressions about just having the device in the hand, I would say it's an absolute pleasure to hold this device. It feels very premium, and I would love to carry this phone around. This finish right here is an absolute stunner, and believe me, it feels very good. Taking a look at the other contents inside the box, the first thing we have is this little instruction manual on how you can remove the back on this phone. And opening up this slot right here, we can see the remaining contents of the box. First one being the warranty card and the user manual for this device. You also get a travel adapter. We also have some stickers that you need to paste on the back of the device in case you send it for service. We also have the earphones. These are in-ear earphones and they look quite good to me. I'm going to pull this out. So as you can see, these actually look quite good. I'm going to keep them aside as well. The other things in the box include the USB to micro USB data cable, and we also get extra earbuds for the device. So I guess that's pretty much what you get in the box of the Asus Zenfone 5. So now that we've seen the contents of the Zenfone 5's retail box, I can go ahead and show you how the software on the Asus Zenfone 5 looks like, and also tell you more about the hardware specifications of this device. Keep in mind that the Asus Zenfone 5 actually comes in two variants. There's one which runs Intel Atom Z2580 chipset, whereas there's another one that runs on the Intel Atom Z2560 chipset. The other difference between the variants lies on the clock speed of the processors. The Z2580 variant has a 2 GHz clock speed, whereas the Z2560 variant has a 1.6 GHz clock speed. Both the processors are dual core, and the GPU on this device is a PowerVR SGX 544 MP2. So now I'm going to turn on the device first, as I'll tell you about the availability of the Zenfone 5 in India. In India, Asus has decided not to go with the 2 GHz version. It's only going to launch the 1.6 GHz Intel Atom dual core Z2560 chipset version in India. Though Asus is not launching the Z2580 variant, it's launching two sub-variants of the Z2560 version. I know it's a bit confusing, but the only difference in the sub-versions is the internal storage available on the device. There's going to be one which carries 16 gigabytes of internal storage, and there's going to be another one which will have 8 gigabytes of internal storage on board. The phone is going to come in 5 colors, which are black, white, red, purple and gold. And now I'm going to quickly go through the setting up procedure so that we can have a look at the software inside. So now it's going to ask me for my Wi-Fi password. Let me just quickly enter my password. So now it's connected to the Wi-Fi. I'm going to say no, not now. Let's use account. No, consent. I'm going to go through next. So this is the Zen UI skin overlay that Asus has implemented on the Zenfone series. As you can see that it's pretty much inspired by the flat UI. The icons are very neat. And talking about the everyday performance, it's quite snappy. It's going to take some time because of the tutorial, but otherwise I can see that the multitasking is okay for daily usage. So the Asus Zenfone 5 currently runs Android version 4.3 Jelly Bean, but there's a guaranteed update to Android version 4.4 KitKat in the coming weeks. So by the time you purchase the device after launch next week, you should be able to get the 4.4 KitKat update within July. Talking about the design of the phone, it has slight curves over here. The back is quite smooth. It's removable as well, whereas the front gives the all premium look, especially with this finish on the button and the buttons over here. The UI design seems to be inspired by the flat UI design. There are neat little bit of shadows on the icons on the phone, and overall it looks quite good. As we swipe down from the right hand side, we have quick access to all the settings, whereas on the left hand side we have the system tray for the notifications. One thing that I didn't like after my initial use of the phone was I would want to check out my notifications, but usually using my phone in this hand, swiping from this side, I would only get the settings and not the notifications. So I'm going to look through the settings for a way to turn this feature off or toggle it, and you'll find the verdict of this feature in our in-depth review soon. Asus has added a lot of software features on this phone, and we will be covering them all in our in-depth review soon. The pricing and the availability of the Asus Zenfones will be announced next week at their event, so stay tuned for a post where we will be covering that event. So whether Asus' decision of not going with a Qualcomm or MediaTek processor on the device and instead going with an Intel Atom processor and launching the 1.6 GHz version in India, not the 2.0 GHz version here, works in the favor or not, we are going to find that in our in-depth review, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel to stay up to date with the latest in tech. There's a link on the video right now, just click it and you'll be subscribed to my channel. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it as well. Also on the screen right now is a QR code which you can scan to go to the blog post on our website, which has even more hands-on pictures and information about the phone. All the links are available in the description box down below as well. So I guess that's it for now. Again, stay tuned for our in-depth review of the Asus Zenfone 5. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them in the comment section down below and I'll be happy to answer them.